Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Henry running right. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. In motion left, Bateman. Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it.
Stop playing with a bad connection. It's 2026.
This defense holds on the night's opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Allen going to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact.
And if you are trying to lag switch me, don't, because I don't try in these games. Lag switching me actually makes me try, so don't.
Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And this returnable for Sims. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. In motion left, Bateman. They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media.
To you, buddy, because I have 338.5 megabytes download and 22.8 upload right now. I just did a test, okay? I'm telling you, you want to win this game, don't do that.
Allen now looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a second and long situation. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal from just inside the 5. Throwing now is Allen. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Davis. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming. Coleman, the man in motion left. Touchdown! Keon Coleman, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game.
I don't know what you're saying, but I'm also live. I don't hear anybody. Undefeated in tournaments. Don't try in these games. I'm live, so my subscribers can see who's right.
Right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
The Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good.
I tell you, I almost never match up defensively. Go quick on offense and defense. So you're gonna catch me in bad. You're gonna catch me in advantageous positions, and don't game plan for any player, offense or defense or special teams. Let's see what else. What else is there? Oh yeah. I'm not just going to play lazy like 99.9% of players and just put stuff like cover twos out there and say, oh, they can't beat it, so I'll just stay in it. You know how many games I would win if I did? How many more games I would win? Not trying if I did? But like I said, I don't care about wins. When nothing's on the line, your boy don't play for free.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Once again, I said it the wrong way. I do play for free. I won't try for free.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. Now it's Jackson.
Also, no strategy behind anything I do on offense. If I'm under center, I'm not doing it to get an advantage and run the ball. If I'm spreading my opponent out, I don't do it. I don't have it for an advantage to run or pass the ball. No scheme ever. 23 plus years playing, never quit a game in 23 years playing online.
Inside handoff, Henry shifts by at the 15. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To the air, Allen. This one complete to Coleman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Hard to play with this fucking guy's connection. Like, seriously, like I said, it's 2026.
They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play.
Do not play if you have a bad fucking connection. Play something else.
Like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
I mean, guys, does he not hear us? I said earlier, we don't listen to any Madden player. We don't listen to any player. We see the mic symbol go on and off.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Every single play. Lag from him.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
There's a lot of other online games you could play with a bad connection.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw, it's Allen. Completes it to Coleman. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens.
How the hell does
36.
Allen even have his X factor? Guys, I wouldn't know because I don't play with starting quarterbacks, right? I played with punters for 2-3 years at quarterback. I played with backups for 4 years.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That play isn't a good example, but I'm the only Madden player with 3 reads or more.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
I mean, do I need to tell this guy too, whatever his name is, that when I say I don't try, I'm not reading the defense at every level. I'm not doing my blocking adjustment. You could blitz me. You can mix it up. Do whatever you want to get pressure. You could user rush me. You could do whatever you want.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Nobody who wants to win is going to tell you what to do to win.
15. Looking to throw. Allen. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open
Another reason
space
I'm undefeated in tournaments, guys, I told you this before. Let's say you're not feeling too confident offensively, right? How do you steal points? How do you steal big plays away? I'm not saying he's doing this, but there are a lot of players who will constantly audible, and you will not let them sit. You got big plays or touchdowns.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive.
I could have thrown that spot and go, but I was like, that's cheap.
Right there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and
you can go to screens. I'm not even playing right now.
And that is incomplete.
Like I said, offensively, no strategy behind anything I do. No scheme and no strategy. Defensively, not matching up. Offensively, don't run the ball, one-dimensional, with not having a strategy or a scheme. And I'm not saying this because I'm down. It's tied, and I only have 7 points. That's all because of his fucking connection.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And down he goes.
Play that one on purpose like that. I know I don't need a triple, have 3-4 guys on that side. I did that on purpose.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA.
But guys, imagine not reading the defense, not doing your blocking adjustments, right? That's 2 so far. Not running the ball, being one-dimensional, that's 4. No strategy or scheme, that's 6. Players should think, oh, well, whose fault is that? Nobody's fault. Like I said, I don't try in these games, not because, like, who's going to purposely not try? Why would I come on here and not try on purpose? It's because I'm never in the mood. Oh, then why would you fucking play if you're never in the mood? Because I love the game. And like I said, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try for free. Sorry. You literally have to piss me off in order for me to try. But this is all the norm from players, so don't piss me off. Defensively, no user rush, no fag D. Don't match up like I said, so I can literally be in diamond quarters and they could be in goal line. Do whatever. Not reading their offensive set from the play call screen, right? Their personnel, their formation. None of that, right? So I'm behind the 8 ball on offense and defense.
Play action.
Like, oh, you suck. Excuses, excuses. That's what players say. Like I said, I don't even need to try. Don't even need to play right there. But people think I'm trash talking. I don't know in what universe I'm trash talking. I'm telling players what type of player I am and calling them out on how they play. Calling them out on copying 99.9% of players and can't be themselves. Some people might think, well, like, how can you play differently from hundreds of thousands of players or even possibly millions? There's a way.
To give yourself an opportunity.
Buffalo offense ready to go for
I don't care if I get a delay game. But once again, like I said, broken record. Me, no scheme. Them, they use a scheme. But what's their scheme? Running the ball, play action, low risk, high reward plays. Like I said, no problem with it. But we're not playing for anything here. What else? What else do I usually say? Oh yeah, drive mesh. Levels, run the ball, play action, roll out bootleg, spread you out, RPOs, screens. I mean, that's them. But ultimately, their scheme is based around what, guys? Trying to have no more than 2 reads. And you can do that. You can take time coming up with your playbook and great plays to where you only need 2 reads at most, and you're going to beat every single defense. That's my problem with them. No respect for the game.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Allen. That's caught by his...
First read, guys. Like I said. First read. I'll never go to the tight end attack, meaning the tight end. I always say I don't. These are the things I never do. No stretch, no toss. I don't even run the ball. No tight end attack, no PA crossers. Pretty sure there's a lot more. Forgot. I don't spam anything. I very rarely use... Oh yeah, I never use seam passes. Only if my opponent will use it most of the game, and then I'll use it to tie or win the game. I've done that. Very rare corner routes. Yeah, I can't even see my own play art.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
A very rare, like, you know, very rare curl routes, corner routes. Never use a seam. Very rarely use post routes. And some people are like, bro, that's nearly the whole damn playbook. What are you talking about? How do you win? How does limiting yourself... you probably don't win a lot of games because you're limiting yourself. I don't limit myself in meaningful games. I'm undefeated in tournaments. I'm still winning 6 or 7 out of every 10 games I play in these games.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Well, you got to think, Charles.
I guess they can't play like me and win more than half of their games. I guess. I mean, they wouldn't even attempt that. They wouldn't even attempt playing with a punter at quarterback. And that's another thing. They think if you play with backups or a punter at quarterback, that you're somehow disrespecting them or the game. I did that at first for discipline. Because if I can play with backups, right? If you know where to go with the ball, do you really need a starting quarterback? No, you don't. Yeah, sure, there may be some crucial plays where maybe the pass is incomplete or something. You know, you throw a bad ball or something, you know. But for the most part, like, no.
Looking to throw. Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. Able to slither by. And he gets
I mean, guys, I don't know. Going through my reads with that fucking lag is ridiculous. You might think like, oh, well, that actually benefits you because the game is lagging, so you're able to have extra time. No, you don't. You don't. It's worse. Because let's say everything is plastered, right? Let's say everything is plastered. Then what? You're taking a covered sack or something, right?
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
No
They'll
respect for
come
your
up
game.
now. This is second and
I really find it hard to believe he has really a bad connection. He's lagging. He's lag switching. See, and I'm not even doing that for to see if it's man. I just happen to see it's man coverage, but I don't do that. Whenever I use motion, it's to create different like concept look or formation looks. And if they, yeah, sure. I mean, am I gonna just completely disregard the fact that he's following him in man too? No, that would be stupid, right? I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna use that.
A big play looming.
Right.
On third down.
Towards my advantage, to my advantage. I'm not gonna say that.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah. First play all game I did that. And I don't even do that. I don't even do that. What do you think I chuckled at that? Right? I went through my reads. Some people say, oh, I do that too. No. You read one side of the field and then you roll out on purpose. No, I'm going through every single read. 5 fucking reads. And I know where they're going to run when they have time. Like I said, you could thank him in lag switching.
What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
And he knows I'm right because he's not talking. Every single time I said he's lag switching, he didn't say nothing to defend himself. I didn't see his mic on.
Now Allen. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Sorry, buddy. I usually let players win, but, getting a bad vibe from him, so. But I'm not in the business of letting players come back and win anymore anyway. Too bad he wasn't winning because I missed this on purpose.
His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win.
I'm surprised they didn't lag me there.
And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that side.
Wish I could say good game, buddy.
In the final seconds. So there was a little
like I said, it could be anybody. I don't discriminate. It don't matter if it's a kid. I do feel bad if it's a kid, but I don't discriminate against age, gender, color, none of that. You get it the same way. But if it's a kid, or if it's somebody who is a little not good up there, then I feel bad. Sometimes I'll even say sorry, but I haven't cursed. I'm trying to be a little better. I don't believe I cursed once all this game. And I haven't done that in a long time. People tell me I'm a bad winner and a sore loser. I wonder why. Players are trying to play checkers when I'm not even playing chess. When I'm not even trying.
Shot for Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35.
And like I said, I don't use team passes. Thank you. Like I said, I was going to miss that kick if I was losing.
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on
you suck.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and this one won't be remembered for many offensive fireworks, but they did enough to get the job done.
And that's why it's a team game, because sometimes you have to lean on one part of your team. And they leaned on their defense. In fact, they probably went over there and asked for some help. Like, guys, we just don't have it in this one. Can you hook us up? And they did in a big way. Said, no problem. Put it on our shoulders. We'll carry you home. And they did exactly that.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
Once again, we'll tell this opponent we're not trying. Don't take it personally, because for some reason people think if you're using backups, or if you say you're not trying, it's to say that you think we're too good to not try, or you think that we're disrespecting you or disrespecting the game. Like I said, I'm not trying because I'm never in the mood to play Madden. But why would you ever play if you're not in the mood? I love the game. It's okay to love something and partake in it, but not be in the mood. It's okay to partake in something and not be in the mood. Oh, but it's an online game. Why would you risk losing online games from not trying? There's nothing on the line, okay? So I can freely do as I please. But somebody has to say, oh, you suck if you lose. What's up? Huh? What, babe? Your sleeping pill? Stomach pill? Yeah.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Oh, baby, this stadium was all
What color is it? Purple?
No, I think I used the last one.
Didn't you say you were gonna call for more or something? Something. Oh, really?
Play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Oh yeah, my fiance was in here, but I'll tell you how I'm not trying. I'm not reading the defense. I'll let a couple delay games go by. I don't read the defense. I don't take advantage of leverages or techniques. I don't do my blocking adjustments. I don't run the ball. I'm one-dimensional. There's no strategy behind anything I do. There's no scheme on offense. Never used a scheme in 23 years playing online. I do have hundreds of schemes. Never used them. Never probably will, not even in tournaments. Don't need to. I'm undefeated in tournaments, by the way. Never quit a game in 23 years online.
It's Allen out of the pistol. Curtis Samuels
Like I said, no strategy. So when I say no strategy behind anything I do on offense, some people might go spread to have a numbers advantage running or passing the ball, or for leverages or techniques, or for limiting how much they can rush the passer, right? Me, I'm just picking a play and running it. If I'm under center, I'm not using it to get 2-3 tight end advantages to run the ball. I'm not going 3 wide receivers under center to get an advantage of having a 3rd wide receiver to force them to play basically base defenses and take advantage of that. No advantages on offense, defense, or special teams. That's how you delay a game. This is what I also say, guys. Like, there's so many players that are scared to take a delay game. There's so many coaches in real life that are scared to take a delay game. Like, why? You would rather take a timeout than have a 5-yard penalty? Make that make sense. I'm sorry. For coaches, they probably think like, oh, we can't take a delay game because people think I'm stupid if I don't call timeout here. I don't know the, you know what I mean? I don't know the reason for why they would ever call timeout to avoid 5 yards. You know? Who the fuck is this guy? I was gonna say he felt slow. I mean, I don't have what's his name. I don't have their former wide receiver, Dallas's former wide receiver. I wonder why. Not because he played for Dallas. That's not the only reason. But they know why. If they're a true Cowboys fan. Let's see. Yeah, defensively. So offensively, I told players, user rush me, go cover zeros, mix it up, with different types of blitzes, mix it up with your user, mix it up with user rushing, playing fag D, whatever, to get coverage sacks, sacks, whatever. Disguise your coverage. Do whatever you can. Do whatever you think you need to. Because I'm not going to read the defense like 80-90% of the game. Defensively, I do not use a rush. Do not play fake D. Let's see what else. I will not play lazy and stay in a cover 2 like a lot of players will. They'll stay in hard flats. They'll stay in cover 2 drop. They'll stay in cover 2 sink. They'll stay in Tampa 2. Mix it up slightly, but they'll stick around in those type of defenses, or they'll stick in a certain type of defense, and if their opponent can't beat it, they'll stick in it. Like, I'm not going to do that. If I call a cover 4 and my opponent can't beat it, they can't beat quarters for whatever reason, I'm not going to stay in it. Because, one, that makes the game too easy for me. That makes it too easy. I'm not in the business of, like, spam, like back in the day, right? When you like play Mortal Kombat or play a game and you're spamming one move to beat a boss. Like, where's the fun in that? So I do not like to do what other players do, right? Oh, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So defensively, I do not match up 80-90% of the time. If I do, it's by accident, because right now I'm talking and just picking whatever play. Because I went dime. Regardless of the situation, he could be in a down and distance to run the ball, and I could be in dime and quarters, he could be in goal line. That's just an example. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. How did I know he was going there? I mean, as soon as he snapped the ball, I knew he only had 2 routes, one drag and one deep over or pull shot. And that's the problem. Like, I didn't defend it there, but I saw it. Some of these players will, like I said, we do it too. We've done it in the past. But what I mean is, they will use plays where there's no balance of routes, right? There's a receiver's not running, like, one receiver's not running a flat, running back's not running a Texas or a strike route. There's not a route in every area of the field. When you do that, you're limiting yourself, right? We limit ourselves all the time. But if they want to win, don't limit yourself. Make me defend every blade of grass. Make me defend every route, every area of the field. That's what you're supposed to do. Another throw for Prescott. Now comes the lag. Like last game, my opponent lag switched every single play. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, because I doubt he tried to lag switch when he's on offense, going through his reads there. Because if you're doing mesh, you're not going to, lag switch to say, oh, I'm going to lag switch and say, my opponent ain't going to know what to cover or cover where I'm going. No, not true. So I doubt they really lag switched on that play, especially in the middle of an offensive play. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that one. That's what I'm talking about. Inside run, fullback, toss, stretch, everything. Make me defend everything. And sometimes you just ask yourself, are they going to go back to it? Or are they not? What would you do offensively? I'm not expecting that. If he gets it, more power to him. But I'm not defending it right here. I told you. And I knew a bootleg would come. Under center. Bootleg, why? Play action, why? Why is that a good play? Run action. Not only run action, but like a power O run action, right? Because on third or fourth down, some players might check to a power O. Look, power O run. And risk going to that. Because it can get you a touchdown, right? me, I'm just picking a play and running it. Don't care what it is. I thought he was up 7-0. I did not even know I scored. There's games where I'm up like 21-7, and I think they're up 21-7. And then you play like a certain way. You're playing aggressively, being up 21-7. Guess what? You know what I mean? Or you're down 21-7, and you think you're winning 21-7, and then you're playing like, you know, like what, passive? What's the word? Happens. I mean, it's a lot of shit that I say I don't do, right? But I still win 6 or 7 out of every 10 games. I'm still undefeated in tournaments because I don't play like this in tournaments. I'm undefeated in tournaments because I make them defend everything. You don't need to have a scheme. No, and I forgot to have Josh Allen because you know, guys, I'm coming here from playing with backups. You know, I played with punters at quarterbacks for 2-3 years, and I played with backup quarterbacks, third string quarterbacks, for 4-5 years. So. And I'm not saying I played with backups for 4 or 5 years. I'm saying, like, if you play with punters for 3 years, and the next 1 or 2 years you're playing with second or third string quarterbacks, that means you played with backups for 5 years total. You know what I mean? Because punters, you know, do count as backups. I mean, shit. You know what I mean? And of course, I'm not playing with every single team's punter. No. There would only be like maybe 2-3 teams that would have a punter. Like, they still didn't even have 60 or 70 throwing power or throwing accuracy anywhere, but, you know, it was just enough. And I'm not saying, oh, people might think like, oh, you're probably able to play with them because you ran the ball, you use easy pass concepts like that. Nope, I didn't. First of all, I dare you to run the ball with a punter at quarterback because there is a fumble glitch on the handoff every single time, every single play. Now, most of the time, your running back will pick it up every single time, but it's a fumble every single time, regardless. So that's a myth. You cannot run the ball, basically. You could, but that'd be trolling because, you know. Yep. I already knew that. That's what happens when I said bumping in zone. You never know.
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
And I'm still playing with backups at certain positions. Like that one play, first play of the game, right, guys? Did I need James Cook to have that big, like, 40-yard gainer on a quick pass to the running back? No. And why is this player under center? Because he feels comfortable, right? I don't need to call him a female dog. I don't need to get in his head and get out of it. I don't want them to get out of it. To not do what he's doing. But, you know, I just let them know, you know. And people think that's trash talk. Nope. Anything I say, I'm not trying to use reverse psychology. I'm just calling out my opponents for being, you know what. That's all. You could call it, I don't know what you call it, but it's not trash talk. You could call it, like, you know what I mean. Is calling names trash talking? I don't know. Once again, he's not in under center, but it's the same kind of look, basically. Right? That's just like when I say, and see if they can't. And, well, same thing here, right? They're going to test my run fits. They're going to test things, right? Different things. I don't do that. Do you know how many games? I'd probably win 9 out of every 10 games if I did that. But why would I do that? It would allow me to actually try if I'm doing that. Like I said, autopilot every game. Why do I not care if I win or lose? Because nobody knows what my record is. I mean, you have to either purposely post your record online. Like, oh, this is how good I am. I'm going to post it on YouTube or Facebook. And at the end of the day, if you're not like top 10, who gives a fuck? Like, honestly. like, who cares if you're top 100? Who cares if you're like 120th in the world? You know, that ain't shit. Right? That's just an example. Why would I try hard to be top 100 when I'm undefeated in tournaments? I'm undefeated in tournaments. So go with the lag switch again. I compare it to like kids in National Spelling Bees. They're trying so hard for what? To say that they were the best one year? And then what, 40 years later? Oh, look at my accolade. I was the best National Spelling Bee. Kid, like, bro, who the fuck gives a shit? That was 1 year, right? Like, even if you're a Madden champion 3 years in a row, 5 years in a row, there's going to be somebody better, right? You're not doing it every single year. So that's the way I look at it. You're not the best every single year. Why does it matter at that point? Oh, well, because you're winning. You could be winning millions of dollars, bro. I'd kill myself before I win millions of dollars. Okay, because you're gonna have way more shit on, way more problems. What do you think I said? If I ever won the lottery, I'm donating 90% of it and living on 10% of it, right? Because what? Well, you may not want to work anymore if you kept millions of dollars. You might not ever work a day in your life again, right? Then what? Then you're cursing your future, kids by not working either, right? A lot of parents, right? A lot of these kids are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. They don't have to work a day in their life. Why? Because their parents were rich, right? And they don't teach them hard work or anything. That's an example. I don't want to have anything easy in life.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys might be able to
Want everything hard. You only learn from having it hard, not easy.
Okay, Brock, now back-to-back
Why I'm
drives
undefeated
where
in
they
tournaments.
picked him
I would
off.
never
That's
play
gotta
like
be a
this
worrying
in
trend for
tournaments.
these
Never have.
coaches who know
The closest
how
anybody ever
integral
got to
the
beating me
passing
was
game
10
is to
points.
their game plan and their
Never had an
success.
onside kick. Just like I say, I don't ever onside kick, regardless. Now, I will onside kick, not to recover it, but the reason I might onside kick in tournaments or in some of these games is because, let's say, for example, like, you're somebody who likes to do the math and figure out, like, how many possessions each team, like, you're both going to have, right, left in the game. Like, let's say you only have one possession left each, or two possessions left each, right? But depending on the score, you're up 3, you're down 3, whatever it might be, right? Let's say you're up 3. Let's say you're down 3. But you take your time to score a touchdown. You score a touchdown, right? You might onside kick to say, okay, if I'm onside kicking here, not to recover it and win the game or whatever, run out clock and win the game, or for advantage of having the ball again, you could say, I'm going to onside kick here because I'm now up by 4, and if I onside kick and they recover it, I can play high risk, high reward defense, and I can force them to score quick by giving up things quick, or if they miss a read or two, they can get picked off, and guess what? They're either going to score quick or we're getting the ball back. So they're going to score quick and we're getting the ball back quick, or we're just going to force them to turn it over. That's the way I look at it. Right, we're up by 4, they score touchdown too quick, now we waste all the time out and win the game. They somehow turn the ball over from us playing high risk, high reward defense. Guess what? We now have the ball back with what? A 3-point lead, right? So that's why I win some games online too. I'm not saying I did that every time. I first noticed players like doing stuff like making sure they have the ball last, right? Making sure they play high risk, high reward defense. So, you know what I mean? Still a 3-point game, guys, and I don't even remember what I did, what they did. Like I said, oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. I don't study any opponent's tendencies, offense or defense. You cannot do any of that, what I said, and expect to win games, but still, I still win games. Or I'm close. I'm in close games. I talk the way I talk because I want people to take this game serious. I may not take it serious, but I want them to take it serious. I want them to never have a chance to lose to me playing with backups. I like when I play with punters, I talked whatever. It was never trash talk, but I got on them because hey, I'm playing with punters, buddy, and I'm whooping that ass. Right? I'm whooping somebody's ass like 38-7 with a punter. I'm scoring 5-6 touchdowns, nearly breaking a quarterback record with a punter. And I'm letting them hear about it because that should never happen. That's not anything that I'm doing. That's what they're doing. But they for some reason, they're too, like, you know what I mean? They're too knuckleheaded that they don't understand that and they think that I'm just trash talking. I'm trying to tell you, you should not ever give up 5-6 touchdowns to a punter. You should not ever give up anything good to a quarterback or a running back or a running game. You should not ever do that. If a player is using backups, take it personally, take it serious, do whatever you want. Do not let them, bully you with backups. And like I said, once again, it wasn't like I was playing with backups or punters at quarterback to troll or whatever. Like I said, I did not take the game serious. There were things that I tried to do to take the game serious. Like, for example, everybody would say it's better to kick the ball off first because you get the ball at halftime, right? Now, I understood that, but I wanted to get the ball first because I never took my first possession serious. So if my opponent scores, right? If your opponent scores and you're not taking your first possession seriously, right? You may get the ball in the second half, but now you might be down 2 scores, right? That's what I'm talking about. And because I'm talking, I'm playing like 99.9% of players. So I guess everybody's talking, or I guess everybody's busy when they're playing because this is the type of offense they have. And for some reason, this is trash talking. I don't know how it's trash talking, guys. I really don't. I need one person to tell me why it's a form of trash talk. And I've had people tell me, no, you weren't trash talking. You weren't trash talking. I would literally ask people in a message whether I went won or lost. Was I trash talking? Because people tell me I'm trash talking. They say, no, you were fine. You weren't trash talking. I said the same shit that I did all this game. And they told me, no, you were fine. You didn't trash talk. So, you know what I mean? So, what are we talking about here? Make it make sense. And everybody's just like, if they hear you talk, and you were winning, but they come back and win, it goes through one ear and out the other. Like, haha, you suck. This is for talking all game. This is for trash talking. Was I trash talking? I was just talking all game. Big deal. There's a mute button. I use it. I use it. They don't even know what down it is. I play that like it was. I sometimes play like it's 3rd and 4th down. Now you see some of these quarterbacks that in the NFL that so-called play hero ball. I'm starting to think they're not playing hero ball. I'm starting to think they play like me, where they don't actually, like, they'll know the situation before the snap, but when they're going through their reads, they're thinking like, oh shit, I got to score here. It's 3rd or 4th down. This is my last chance. Because I don't think somebody would purposely try playing hero ball on a 1st down. Do you really think anybody would do that? Like, what's the point? And I know the weirdest thing, you play the game long enough, the last few man games, you know that when they catch the ball doing like a spin catching it, you would think that a possession catch would sit them right there and there, and you'd be short a yard and a half. No, every single time, they for some reason do that. That's why I did what I did. I know that. That's just an example right there.
Davis takes it straight ahead.
Like I said, do I need James Cook for that? No, I don't. Would James Cook have gotten that? Nope.
So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
Kate, this is the time of the game.
But I say, do I care what they think about me? No, I don't, because I don't respect any Madden players. Never have. I faced former coaches at high school. I faced former high school coaches who played like 99.9% of players. You would think they would use what they know from football and play that way. But no, they play it like it's a video game. But it's a video game. Why wouldn't you play like it's a video game?
And he's going to feel this in
because I'm undefeated in tournaments using real football IQ, taking the basics, using the basics, where other people are trying to make the game hard on themselves by spamming shit. I mean, come on. I mean, playing in tournaments isn't, like, good enough for you to really try. Like, you know what I mean? And, use the basics. That was too easy right there. I mean, maybe he doesn't use the seam pass like I do. Did I mention? I don't think I mentioned that in this game. I don't use seam passes. Very rare corner routes. The only time I'll use a seam pass is if my opponent used it all game long, like spammed using it, and then I'll use it to tie or win. And I have used it to tie and win games. But I mentioned that because the seam was open and the drag was wide open. So, I don't know. He must have been looking at something deep backside or something. Possible. I tried to look at my, like when I watch games over, I'm like, why did he throw so many picks? I'm trying to look at their footwork. I'm trying to look at, based on when their feet are, based on, you know, you can tell if a player had more than 2 reads or not. You can tell. Some players would be like, well, how do you know? How do you know if they had only 2 reads? You can tell by how quick they're getting rid of the ball, the play calling that they're using, and how their footwork is. You can tell from the footwork. If their feet are planted one way, you know, they're just like staying and reading one side, you know. They're sticking on one receiver or they're reading one side. I have a problem with that because we're paying quarterbacks $50, $60 million a year, like Trevor Lawrence, to read one side. Wow, bro, good spot. You always read inside out, not outside in there. And that's why I say it pays to go through your reads. And he quit. That's the other thing, too. He quit. Whether or not you have enough time, why quit? Make my day easy. Play 2 games in under an hour. Or whatever. I don't know. I'm not yawning because I'm not purposely yawning. I really had the yawn. I don't know why it is when you oversleep or whatever, and you actually yawn more than if you got like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Sometimes I'll sleep 5, 6 hours and I'll yawn, which makes sense. But when you're sleeping 8, 9 hours, why are you yawning? You know, it makes no sense to me. You know, makes no sense.